I'm out here in nature. I like something about this porch. I think the view of the outside, it just really allows me to connect and really say what I need to. I've done this in my basement in the winter, and I've done this in the summer on this porch, or good days. And I can tell you that I feel like my best comes from when I'm out here. There's beauty on the planet, and there's an evil too. And both are necessary. Don't underestimate it. Both are very necessary. But where we get lost in the matrix is we let fear take over logic. This is a game, and like any game, you got to get your game plan together. You got to get your team members together with the plan. Y'all got to practice, and then y'all got to execute, play that game, and win it. It's hard to do any of that when you're sitting around shivering and shaking and looking for an exterior force to come save you, because here's the real deal. You. That's right. That's you. That's you, my beautiful woman. That's you, my handsome man. That's you. You're unwilling to get off your ass and do the work. So you want something exterior to do it for you. That's not what this is about. I'm sorry. It's you. This is your test. This is your life. This is your journey. It's up to you to fix it. If you don't understand that you manifest your reality, if you don't understand that you're in control of your destiny, you better get to understanding it, because that's going to be the difference between who survives this thing and who doesn't. And unfortunately, some will lose the battle. But even with them, I think they can still leave here victorious. Because even as unfair and hurtful as it is, there's casualties to every war. And this war that we're fighting is not for gas, it's not for gold. It's for humanity. It's for the survival, the thriving, and the spiritual awareness of the human race, the human experience. We cannot shortchange this thing. That is not an option. So either you're going to go willingly or you're going to go kicking and screaming. But what we're witnessing is change right before your eyes. You guys want everything. You want everything, and you want it your way. This is not a fast food restaurant. You can't just sit up and order it how you want it to be. This is how it is. So you're experiencing change, and for the better. But unfortunately, with change comes a lot of ruffling up. And for what I'm about to say next, I apologize on how it's going to come off. Some will get it and some won't. And I understand if you want to be mad at me for it. But some people can't go with us to this change. And guess what? They're still victorious because they're soldiers. They still played in the game. They still are victorious. Everybody has a role, family. But our main role here is to do better. Our main goal here is to become aware, wake up. I'm not talking about fake consciousness. I'm not talking about going outside and putting on an afro and a leather coat and throwing your fists in the air, yelling, "I'm black and I'm proud. Malcolm X is my idol. Talib Kweli, Nas, David Banner are my favorite rappers. Dr. Umar Johnson is where I go to church." No, all of that is positive and good and well. I feel you, but that's not what we're talking about, though. It's deeper than that. The deepest person you can ever be is to be a good person that actually contributes to the planet and tries to add value to other humans for the betterment of themselves, so we can be better together as the human race. That's what's really deep. See, here's the thing, right? Let's be honest. I'm not one to judge. I talk shit. I do. I will never deny that. Everybody does. And if you've never talked shit in your life, then you're not human. So I don't even want to hear it. At some point, whether you realize it or not, you have engaged in talking shit. I talk shit, family. But here's the truth. I really don't care what people do to a degree. So you got people that are strippers, you've got people that are hookers, you've got people that do all kind of stuff that we think is very frivolous. Some of us think it's very frivolous, and why are they showing their whole rear end? I mean, we could see the birth canal on Instagram and these different social media platforms. Why do they do that? And the big thing is, who really cares? You know what I'm saying? They're not hurting you to a degree, but then again, they are, because that's great. Anybody can do that. Wonderful. Look at her make it roll like a 24. How is that helping us? How does that make us be a better person? I mean, you could go outside, you could shave your head, you could throw up a Confederate flag, and you can say F niggers. You can, and that's very offensive, but I've got a point to what I'm saying. You can do that. But for what? Regardless of how you demean another race or put them down or deem them inferior, you're still working against your betterment, whether you realize it or not. It is to our betterment to be good people and to be good to our planet and to be good to the animals, because that's just what you should do. There are going to be some people that will never get it, and they're just part of balance. So we got to understand that everybody won't be perfect, because craziness and chaos and stuff that doesn't make sense to you is a necessity for the planet. It gives it balance. And it offers up something for us to learn from. It offers us a lesson. It gives us something to evolve from, even in our own lives. You see people do other things that you deem isn't right, and even in your own life, do you look at that and you apply it and you become a better person? So even those people are necessary, but we have to get to the point where we are doing better, when loving ourselves becomes part of loving our brother. We have to make that connection. And just, your brother is not the person just to your right or left who has similar features to you. Your brother is everybody, and sister is everybody in the human race. Because if we could work together, if we could figure it out, life would be so much better. But it has to take something like Corona to come around and shake us up and scare us and interrupt our lives for us to just sit down 5 seconds to be better people, and simultaneously give our planet time to repair the damage that we have done to it, and give our animals time to regenerate and reproduce, so we can stop killing them and doing all the stupid stuff that we do, interrupting their habitats and disrupting their lives that we're so dismissive of. They are an important component of this planet. You're important and they're important, just as much as the trees are important, just as much as the air is important, just as much as water and dirt is important. It all works together, family. And if you can't figure that out, and if you couldn't figure it out, this is why Corona is here, because it's here to help you figure it out, and it's from people like me to help you see it. And if you either you're going to see it from me or you don't, maybe the next person will make something similar, and then you'll see it then. But I gotta try. Since I've started this thing, I've been doing it for 4 years, and it has taken so many twists and turns. things have changed. Please ignore the neighborhood security furball team. I mean, because they're on their job today. They're on their post, ain't they? They're showing up, showing out, and need to be quarantined, okay? They need to shut the hell up. Because I want to be rescued. I don't feel safe. But anywho, I told you I'd be talking shit. I mean, but it is what it is, right? The truth sometimes sounds really crazy. I would say the same if it was my dogs, so it doesn't matter. But hey, the chaos adds to the whole thing, I guess. Balance. Anywho, I went on. This is the second part. It went over into the second part. I went on and on about things and levels, and I think I'm gonna come back to y'all tomorrow with my further thoughts, but I think I've articulated enough to you today, or this could be tomorrow by this part you listening to. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, family. We got to open our eyes and see what we didn't want to see, what we refused to see, what we had gotten so busy with our hair and our nails and our waxes and our jobs and our activities and our wants and our needs and our just frivolous, self-absorbed interest. This was inevitable. This seems very scary, but this is going to help us. This was a blessing. This is going to make us better. I hope so very much that this one-way conversation that will become a two-way in the comments has added some perspective, has given some value. Like I said, my journey has taken so many twists and turns with this, and I think I'm coming to grips that, one, I want to say I appreciate, especially my Instagram friends. I appreciate all followers, but the Instagram community is really those who really get where I'm going or is interested to go along the ride. They're very supportive, very engaging, no doubt. And I understand that the people that I attract is not going to be everybody, because everybody's not looking to hear this kind of stuff. So for that very reason, I'm very appreciative to the audience that I have, because I know that you guys really are interested in what I have to say. I mean, so many of them reach out in my inbox. What is your thoughts about this? What is your thoughts about that? Sometimes I make a video. Sometimes I just give them a response. But they really would like to know what are my thoughts. And I'm appreciative of that, because what it says to me is what I say resonates with some people. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know the specifics outside of that. You know, they could hate my guts or they could love everything about me, whatever. I'm getting you to think in some way. And so for me, it really is about a work. For me, it really is about contribution to the planet. For me, this is not something that, I mean, the truth is everybody wants better than what they have, right? People, as we are people, we never really get content. There are some people that only reason they seem content is because they don't have the confidence to go after what they really want. But most people just don't want to stay where they're at. So I would be a lie to say if I didn't want to live a certain type of life. Now, I'm not one to a lot of flashy stuff people do. That's not really me. But I will tell you, I like to drive nice vehicles, and I would like to have a nice home. And the thought of laying on a beach with a fit body, under an umbrella, drinking whatever, with an umbrella, and a nice meal, and some serene, peaceful aura around me. Yeah, that I would like to live like that. But I'm not going to lie about that. But at the same time, more than anything, I want to be helpful. I want people to get something out of what I'm doing. So for that, I appreciate that. Right now, even with myself, just small little break. I'm seeing that I'm going to evolve even through this. I'm seeing that I needed it because there was some things that I was going through that I wanted to grow or was frustrated with, had questions about internally, because I want to grow, I want to evolve, and there's some things that aren't quite clicking, and I'm going about inward and trying to find those things. So you will notice you're here witnessing me go through my involvement as well, and I'm sharing with you what I'm evolving through. But I'm sharing with you not in a way so much where I'm telling my story. I'm kind of doing that, but I'm more so telling it in a way that you can apply it to your life. Because we sit back and watch people live all day. But how do we benefit? No knock. Listen to what I'm saying. Really hear what I'm saying. We love to see the Rihannas, the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the 50 Cents, the Spike Lee's, the Tyler Perry's, the Oprah's, and the list goes on and on. Byron Allen, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey's, whoever, whatever, however. We love to see them do well, right? Because as a human, you should want people to do well. But how, honestly, when we listen to them and contribute to them, what are we getting out of it? Now, so some might have an answer for that, and some people might have a different answer. They still have an answer, it's just a different one. It's all about perception, and it's all about what you're really looking for and what you value, too. So that's all relative. I will say that. But I want to see you win, and I want to contribute to your winning, but I also want to benefit in a way where it makes my life better, where I grow from it. I become a better person. I love the music to get me through the day, to uplift my spirit and all of that. I love that. But that's changing my emotion. I want to watch you and grow from it. Like, dog, that's how that person got through that. And on a deep level, not a superficial one, a deep spiritual one. You got me? So yeah, family, I hope I gave y'all something out of this. Thanks for listening. I'm going to try to do this for a little bit this week or whatnot. Thanks for listening. Share this with somebody.